to episode 3 of the offseason grind show. We have so much to talk about, including departing free agents coming in that just signed, people that are traded, that we traded for, things of that nature. So without further ado, we're going to get into the excitement and get on into it. First and foremost, Milton Williams, he went to the Patriots for $25 million a year. Much respect to him going into the year. I mean, I didn't think much of him or however the case. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say, oh, I thought he was this, and that. I knew we were going to lose him this year. I mean, obviously, after he's played his ass off throughout the season, then yeah, I mean, after, then yeah. But initially, I mean, I didn't think he played that well. So, I mean, absolutely, he's well deserving of it. We know we can't afford to pay everybody. So, I don't expect him to take a pay cut and things of that nature. So I completely understand him going to the Patriots. Josh Sweat, he had 8 sacks or however the case. He signed with the Cardinals for 4 years for $76.4 million. Again, well deserving. Obviously, I wish we could have kept him, but being realistic, I'd rather have Jalen Carter and, potentially Jordan Davis if he blossoms or however the case. But, like I said, very, very much well deserved and whatnot. I'm sad to see them go. I wish them well in their future endeavors and things of that nature, but I do understand the business side of it as well. So, kind of moving on. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I think this is really the only move that hasn't really made any sense. The only head-scratching move. He was traded for a 5th-round pick and an absolute garbage can, Kenyon Green, who was the 5th-round pick, not 5th round, 1st-round pick, 15th overall, sorry. But yeah, absolute dog water, how he got fleeced. And I have an explanation why here in a second. So, Slay, he went to the Steelers with all the snake stuff he's been doing, talking bad on Jalen, talking bad on Devontae, laughing at his own teammates and whatnot, and saying that he played good but the team played bad and all that the past 2 years. I'm glad he's gone. I'm not gonna sit up here and hold you or however case. Yeah, sure, I appreciate it. Appreciate what you did, but bye. Type shit. So, Bradbury, he was released. He cost us a Super Bowl. Stayed out the way this year. Kind of the same thing. Appreciate what you did, but bye-bye. I mean, ain't gonna miss you. Word from our sponsor. Really want to thank Philly Fly Space for coming up with an engaging, respectful community or however the case on Twitter, where we can talk once a week. Just Eagles fans, only Eagles fans or however the case. Talk about free agent moves, how he's doing or however the case, trades, draft, everything in between. And if there's a topic for the week or however the case, there's something big, then we'll talk about it. Everyone gets a turn and whatnot. It's fair, it's moderated and things of that nature. And for sure, give Tom Stakes and Joe Pez, like the CEOs or however the case, give them a follow for sure on X. Definitely would appreciate it or however the case. They're really good guys and whatnot. Do a good job making content and whatnot. So definitely give them some love and a follow on X. So thank them so much or however the case. Definitely got to give the Fly Space some love and whatnot. For sure. So, and I'll also put a link to that in the description. I'll also put a link to Joe Pez's Twitter and Tom Stakes' Twitter so you guys can give them a follow. And the Twitter community or X community, I'll leave those 3 links in the description. So you guys will have constant access to it and whatnot. So you guys can join, the most engaging, most realistic and not overreacting and things, the most respectful Eagles community out there. So, that being said, we move on to the offense or however the case. I think the most exciting thing we did was extending Saquon Barkley. 29, I don't remember how many yards he had. It feels insane saying 3,000, but I mean, including postseason, I'm pretty sure he hit the 3,000 mark, including postseason. But it just feels insane. I know he can. I'm pretty sure he did, but man. So absolutely deserved. $36 million guaranteed, 2 years, $41.2 million. What we seen last year, hasn't missed a game. For health, or however the case, missed the game because of bad knee, or missed health because of chipped toenail, or whatever the case. We haven't seen that. He's been healthy. O-line does have a lot to do with that. Heck yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying, he himself, I mean, Miles Sanders didn't do it. DeAndre Swift couldn't do it. Just saying. No, the Eagles running back has ever done what Saquon Barkley has done. So I completely understand the extension. I completely understand it and support it. Re-signed fullback, and he was designated as a fullback, Ben Van Sumeren, who had a season-ending knee injury. I absolutely love the signing. Give the offense more stuff to work with and whatnot. Absolutely love it. And things of that nature. But we also took some hits. Gainwell, he goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers on a 1-year deal. I wish the best for him and things of that nature. I mean, yeah, to my knowledge, he's just kept to himself. I mean, I've heard the interviews or however actually talks, but I mean, he's not like overly loud. He's not cocky or however the case. Just puts his head down and goes to work. So much respect to him. I wish him the best in his future endeavors and whatnot. Um, but I mean, I really like the AJ Dillon signing or however the case. So, and if I haven't mentioned that, we did sign AJ Dillon. Sorry, we did sign AJ Dillon from Green Bay. He did have a pretty serious neck injury last year. I do understand that, but given Saquon's injury history with New York and given what this O line can do for running backs, I'm not too concerned about it. Cheap deal, 1 year deal. It's not like we're committing our life to him. He is a solid player. He is a power back instead of a 5'2" and balloon that has to run around everybody. I mean, I'd rather have a guy that can run through people for 2 or 3 yards, or have the case, than have somebody that takes 3 years just to get 1 yard. So it's a power sport. That's why they wear pads. That's why they're all muscular. I mean, except for punters and some quarterbacks, I really don't see any scrawny football players. AJ Brown, jacked. All the old linemen in the league, if you're any sort of successful, jacked. Tight ends, some sort of jacked. Defensive linemen, jacked. Linebackers, to some extent, jacked. Corners, to some extent, jacked. I'm not saying as big as Vin Diesel or The Rock, no. But I mean, punters or however the case are really the only, scrawny ones or however the case may be. But in my opinion, running back should be a physical position where you can run through motherfuckers. I mean, I'm not an expert. I'm not saying my word's law and it needs to be the way I say. No, it's just a humble opinion. It's a humble opinion with passion and energy. Goddard, he's on the trade block, supposedly for a 4th-round pick or however case. I can understand why with the injury concerns, things of that nature. In 2018, when he was drafted, he only played 16 games. In 2019, he played 15. In 2020, he played 11. In 2021, he played 15. In 2022, he played 12. In 2023, he played 14. And in 2024, he's played 10. So I can understand that. At least like what, a 6 to 8 million cap hit, 10 million cap hit within that, 7 to 12, 7 to 10, something like that within that general area. It's a business. I understand. Obviously I love Dallas Goedert. I got love for him. He's a physical player. You know what I'm saying? The when he stiff armed that one dude or however it gets like 2 or 3 times. Heck yeah, he's physical. He's tough. He can block. But as I've said about Nakobe Dean, the best ability is availability. It don't matter if you can throw 1,000 miles in a single throw if you can't show it. It doesn't matter if you can run 1,000,000 miles an hour and break the sound barrier if you can't show it. It doesn't. It's worthless. If I say I can bench 1,000,000 pounds or 3,000 pounds right now, and when y'all say, and then when y'all say, oh, well, do it. Oh, you're not in the mood. I have a headache today. Oh, I have a chipped fingernail. Oh, then it's worthless. Then my claim is worthless. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. If you can't show it, it doesn't matter. Oh, he can do this. This and that. If you can't show it, if you can't keep your body good enough to show it, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry. Just like Anthony Davis, just like other stars, just like other stars in their careers. Again, the AJ Dillon thing, I can also kind of understand that as well. He's 6 foot 247. He did have a neck injury, so he missed all of last year. But in 2023, 178 carries, 613 yards, 3.4 per carry. It's not bad, despite having not the best in the world O-line. Still about average, but not anywhere near the Eagles O-line. Not anywhere near it. He is a pretty good pass catcher. He is good at pass blocking. So that's definitely exciting as a cheap option. So then Saquon doesn't have to get so many carries. Because, Kenny Gain wants to run around people and not through people, so I can kind of understand that. But yeah, definitely, super exciting stuff there. Joshua Uche, defensive edge, I believe from KC, he's a free agent from, signed a 1-year, $750K guaranteed contract. He was garbage last year, 0.0 sacks. I don't see anything on tape. I've seen him or had Casey had one good year in 2022. Might be a 1-year wonder, but I don't see anything on tape. Just like Bryce Huff, I don't see nothing. If anything, Bryce Huff should have been signed on that contract. 1.7 mil, 750K guaranteed. I don't know, but new offensive assistant was hired out of Georgia, or however the case, Montgomery Van Gorder. I personally like the hire. I'm nothing against it. Seems like a pretty smart guy, pretty creative from what I'm hearing, and things of that nature. Um, but I think as of now, our biggest needs are defensive edge, a safety, um, and maybe a guard or however case. Because Steen is garbage. I'll put up his PFF stats right there. I mean, he allows more sacks than a potato salesman. So just garbage. Kenyon Green, he's garbage too. I mean, 15th pick in the first round, and he's that bad. I'll put his PFF grades up there. Garbage against the run, garbage against the pass. Um, Becton hasn't been resigned. He's been one of the best, or have the case, um, and things of that nature. In terms of Steen and Kenyon, I mean, I understand Stout is one of the best O-line developers, but I mean, you can show a horse where the water is, but they won't drink it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, nobody's perfect. Nobody has 100% success rate. Not even Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time. Not even Tom Brady. Not Joe Montana. Not Michael Vick. Nobody's had 100% success rate on anything in sports. Nobody. Not coaches. Not Bill Belichick. Not Doug Peterson when he was with us. Nobody had 100% success rate on everything. When you have somebody, I mean, there comes to a point where somebody can be that bad. And I'm willing to eat my words. I'm willing to say I'm wrong. I was wrong about Nolan Smith. I was wrong about our D-line as a whole. I was wrong about Fangio. I was wrong about Clint Hurt. I was wrong about our defensive backs coach or however case, but I was right about Bond. I was right about Van Sumeren. I was right about Trotter being decent on special teams, things of that nature. I take responsibility for when I'm right and when I'm wrong. I was wrong about a lot too, but I don't know. In my opinion, those are our biggest needs, and maybe at some point in defensive tackle in the later rounds. But kind of just a conclusion, just to kind of close it out. I'm really kind of only excited about the Bond extension, the A.J. Dillon signing, and Slay being gone or however the case. Slay, I mean, obviously he's a snake. I mean, pretty much makes fun of his own teammates or however the case, and yeah, I mean, y'all already know by now. Says it's everyone else but his fault that he plays good, but his teammates play bad. It's just Slay for you. Got to replace Slay and Milton. Obviously, very, very important. Joshua Uche, bum. I'm happy to be wrong about that in the future. I'm not going to overact on Howie. I don't think Howie, is doing anything like wrong or stupid or however the case. I think he's just trying to do the best with what he can, and maybe he has a big move coming up. So I think that with everything else aside, if you're going to take anything from the video, the main thing to take from the video or this episode is that I'm not going to overreact on Howie. The moves themselves, yes, but I have hope, I have faith that he has some sort of plan. Some sort of okay, I'm doing this so I can save money so I can get this guy or whatever the case may be. If that doesn't work, I have this. Or if this doesn't work, I have that or however the case. I have some sort of faith, some sort of hope. You know what I'm saying? That there's a bigger plan or however case that we can get an adequate defensive end and whatnot, not some dollar store bum. Happened last year with Bryce Huff, absolute bum. Looks like the same thing's going to happen or have the case with Joshua Uche. Sounds too close to Ocho. Probably not. Both of them are going to be nothing burgers. I think that's super, super exciting to talk about. Van Gorder, he was hired from Georgia and whatnot. I really like it and whatnot from what I'm hearing. Everyone seems to say he's smart and creative and whatnot. So super exciting stuff there. That's all I have for you guys today. Again, give Tom Stakes and Joe Pez a follow on X and things of that nature. And if you're looking for a community or however the case, I would definitely recommend the Fly Space community. The most reasonable. I don't see anybody really overreacting and whatnot. Everyone's pretty chill and respectful. We have weekly group spaces or however the case where we all talk Eagles and all that good stuff. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Philly out. God bless. Peace.